Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com. Our project title is Biclustering of Human Cancer Microarray Data using co-similarity based co-clustering. Now we are going to discuss about the abstract of our project. Our project abstract is many data mining techniques have been proposed for mining useful pattern in text document. However, how to effectively using and updating discovered pattern is still on open researching issues, especially in the domain of text mining, since most of the existing text mining methods adopted terms-based approaches. They all suffered from the problem of polysemy and synonymy. The aim of this project is to automatically identifying the relevant clusters for microarray gene expressions data sets to keep high qualitative system updating of newly recorded data. However, the selection of the most representative features of the strongly related target clustering is needed for the appropriate selection of subset of features. Features are divided into a cluster by using a graph topography clustering methods, such as a minimum cost spanning tree clustering method. The proposed method introducing a clustering algorithm for identification of most relevant features from the input document. The method is needed to selecting the cluster genes and conditions, simultaneously finding the distinctive cluster with a less number of rules generation. An evaluation is done on the microarray gene expression data for the purpose of identification of the subset selection. Feature selection is the process of selecting the subset of relevant feature, that is the variable predicator for using the model construction. Here the first algorithm is used for selection the features. In the clustering algorithm, based on the strategical is used whether the data clustering is according to the right invariant features. 35 publicly available real-world high-dimensional images, microarray and the text data are used for clustering. Each reading in the dataset is compared with the label, and the frequency for each query is identified based on that document. They are divided into 4 classes. Support values for each classes were measured. Especially the value is calculated for each classes. Then k-means algorithm is used for biclustering the data employed in order to dividing in the input data into 4 classes. From the calculation of the maximum and the minimum specificity of each classes were identified, and based on that the classes were divided into 4 categories. Now we discuss about the flow diagram of our project. First one is an input Excel dataset. The text mining is a process of identification of the relevant text information from the images. The input for the processing is a document that containing the information regarding the similar text information. The input document in the format of Excel files were read. The document were separated into a sentence, and the sentence were separated into a words. Next one is a feature extraction. The clustering algorithm works into 2 steps. In the first step, features are divided into a clustering by using the graphical theoretical cluster method. In the second step, the most representative features that is strongly related to your target classes is selected from the each cluster to form a subset of feature. Feature in different clusters are relatively independent. The cluster-based strategical of first has a highly probability of producing a subset of useful and independent features. To ensuring the efficiency of first, the efficiency minimum spanning tree MST clustering method is proposed. Next one is a clustering method using a k-means algorithm. The k-mean is one of the simplest unsupervised learning algorithm that solving the well-known clustering problems. The procedures following a simple and easy way to classifying the given dataset through a certain number of clusters, assuming a k clusters fixed appropriate. The main idea is to defining a k-centers, one of the each cluster. These centers should be placed in a conic way because of a different location causes different results. So the better choice is to place them as much as possible far away from each other. Here finding the cancer stage. The clusters are used to separating the relevant and irrelevant features, and the irrelevant features is used to finding the feature extraction and the biclustering method. The biclustering is using the k-means nearest algorithm. And finally, the performance measure is calculated. The accuracy represents the efficiency of a process. Sensitivity shows how the algorithm gives correct classification. The specificity shows how the algorithm rejected the wrongly classification results. The performance of the process is measured based on the calculations of accuracy area under the curve process. Now we discuss about the output of our project. Our project developed in MATLAB 2013A version. Go to the current folder and select main_guide.m file. Right click the file and select the run button. And this is our guide format. First selected the input data. Now I selected DLPCL dataset. Then now I am going to select the label file. So that label file is DLPCL label. So now display a input data. Next one is a clustering part. So clustering means relevant and irrelevant features values are extracted here. Next one is a biclustering. So biclustering is used to irrelevant features and classify into what types of features are there. So normal person's reading are the here, moderate and beginning and severe stage. Next one is click on a performance measures. This is used to finding the correct rate of a proposed method. Thank you for listening. Our demo is completed. Thank you.